if I type in Pasadena High School in Google, a lot of times it's either the California one or this one, and so I was just wondering, just what happens a coincidence, because you know.
Yeah, no, I didn't go to Pasadena High.
All right, so what is your favorite thing you've done so far in Sports Medicine 3 since you've only been there for 1 year?
I really enjoy working with the football players. It's really gotten me into the social atmosphere of the school, as well as be able to learn about the athletic injuries. With the football program here, we have a very good football program, and our sports med program is run like a college. So it's really been great to see Jeff, the head athletic trainer over at the football complex, run the program like a football program, and that's just been neat for me to see.
All right, so you said it was run more like a college. What did you mean by that?
Yes, sir. He sets up the field like a college. We clean every night like a college program. He does give us a lot of freedom to be able to practice evaluating injuries ourselves. And it's just a very well run program, as well as Miss Mathis's classroom.
All right, yeah, she mentioned that y'all's program there was quite a bit different in the fact that it's probably heavier on the academic side than on the practical side, because you got 180 kids, I think she said, in the classroom, and 12 kids on the field, and so
Yes, sir.
sounds like it's pretty rigorous there.
It is. It is. You get kind of a balance of practical and book learning. In the classroom, we do a lot of work through the books, do a lot of projects, and learn more about the body. And then we actually get to go out into the real world and work with the football team and practice what we've learned in the class, so we can really do hands-on with that.
All right, fantastic. So you guys have any questions for him right here?
Chase Morse said Sawyer Chantrell for President 2016.
All right,
Okay.
so you got your classmates. I don't know if they're teasing you or really encouraging you, but either way.
I don't know. Yes, sir.
All right, so
Probably a little
go ahead.
bit of both is what Chase is saying.
All right, so that was Karen there. She's going to be doing, jumping in at random times with the Today's Meet or with the social stream. So if you hear her
Okay.
jump in, that's what that is. All right, Sawyer, any parting thoughts?
No, sir. I really enjoyed talking with you, and I hope that all's well in Pasadena. And can't wait to talk to y'all again.
Fantastic. Maybe.
Thank you.
Maybe towards the end of the year we can learn what all you did.
Yes, sir.
Sawyer also tapes my ankle before every game and stamps them with a sticker stamp.
Is that Chase? It's Chase.
Sticker stamp. Nice.
Hello?
Hey, how's it going? And you are?
Good, how are you?
You are
I'm Chase Morris.
Chase Morris. All right. All right. So this guy right here. You guys didn't see this earlier, but Chase is actually from Deer Park.
What?
Yep. So
What are you
Chase,
doing
how
up
long you been
there?
up in Arkansas?
I've been here for almost 5 years now.
All right. So what took you to Arkansas from the Promised Land?
Bentonville is the headquarters for Walmart, and my dad is I don't know yeah, he's a Walmart guy.
Important
He
guy.
works
All right. Good enough.
in the head office or the home office or whatever.
All right. So that'll work. That'll work. Very cool. Well, welcome, I guess, back home, kind of. Did you get any of your family friends from LaPorte, Pasadena, Deer Park listening in?
No, but I think I will have some people listening like next video
All right.
thing. I would-
That's all right. That's all right. I'll send Miss Mathis the link to the recorded one, and it'll be on Ustream and hopefully YouTube. So it should be. Of course, I don't think it shows your video on my stream, so they won't be able to see your face, but they'll at least be able to hear your voice. All right. So tell us, were you an athletic trainer down here at Deer Park?
I was actually not. The last time I was in Deer Park was like 6th grade, so.
Oh, okay. Did you say
A
you've been
little
up
bit
there
ago.
for 2 years?
5.
5?
The best 5.
You said
well,
5? Oh, I'm sorry. I just misheard you. Okay. All right. So tell us then, what is your experience there as an athletic trainer?
Actually, I have not done the athletic training program. I am a football player, so we go year round at the high school, and even during the off season, the people that are actually in the athletic training program. I've seen what they do, and I am interested in it after my senior year. I'm going to do that in the off season. So I haven't really done it yet, but I think what they do is pretty cool.
All right, so you're just in the sports medicine course. Have you done sports medicine 1 and 2?
Yes.
So is that a requirement to get into 3, or?
Yes, sir.
All right, very cool. What is probably your biggest takeaway from sports medicine there in Bentonville?
It's a lot of anatomy. Like you have to know pretty much every muscle group to understand the class, and if you don't study, then it's pretty tough.
Yeah, that's athletic training is a lot of anatomy, so I probably need to study my anatomy a little bit more. But that's what I love about teaching this class is I kind of always get a refresher on what's going on. So whenever I teach the kids, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. So, all right. So did you say you have plans to be an athletic trainer, or maybe do it in college?
I'm still not sure yet of what I want to do. I was thinking either athletic training or physical therapy, but I'm still not 100% sure yet.
Very cool. Well, there's definitely a big difference between athletic training and physical therapy. So I would recommend you spend a little bit of time in the physical therapy clinic and see if that's what you want to do, because obviously you have a little bit of experience with athletic training. So.
Yeah.
All right, very cool. We're going to go ahead and move on unless you have anything else. Anybody have any questions for Chase? Karen, you got any more comments?
Do you miss Deer Park?
I do. I really do. I don't know. It's hard to explain. I like it a lot better down there though. It's not as cold in the winter.
Oh, I know.
What's it like right there, right now?
Right now it's about, in the mornings it's about 34, and the high is like 58.
Nice.
So
That's,
it's a little bit different.
yeah, I think today our low is 60 and our high was like 79 or something. I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
I miss it so much.
See, but you guys actually have like trees that the leaves change colors up there. Arkansas
Yeah.
is really pretty.
We don't have trees.
Oh yeah,
We have
So-
pollution.
a lot of hills.
All right, so any more last minute reminiscing with some good old Texas people before we move to the next?
We don't have a Buc-ee's up here, so that kind of
Yeah.
there's no beaver nuggets or anything up here, so it's pretty bad.
All right, well maybe you can get your.
It's like a food. It's a candy. Well, kinda. I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's like a big cereal. You know the pop cereals? Oh, I'm still on here. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
All right. Oh, very cool. Oh, I got a question
Okay,
for
guys.
you. You had plenty of barbecue down here in Texas, I'm sure. What do you think? How does it compare there in Arkansas?
Oh, that's a sensitive topic. I don't know.
Okay. All right. We can leave it at that
Whole
then.
hog is probably the best.
A whole hog.
Whole hog is good. Would you guys stop talking? I'm trying to talk over here.
All right.
But yeah, I don't know. I miss it down there though. It's a lot better down there.
All right. Well, if you ever make it back down this way, you'll definitely have to come
Visit.
visit.
Yes.
All right.
All right. So thank you, Chase, and we'll see who's next. Karen, anything?
Nope.
Chase, you have a big head.
All right. And who are we talking with now?
Hi.
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 You are. Can you hear me?
Hold on. Alright, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Hi. Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Is this
My
a
name's
Verizon
Brianna
commercial?
Farnsworth, and I'm a junior here at BHS.
All right, Brianna.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So, Brianna, you are a junior, and you're in the sports medicine 3 class. What is your experience as an athletic trainer?
Well, I actually think it's really awesome because last year I would help out with football at first, and then Jeff had moved me over to our south building because we have 2 buildings, and that's where I learned how to do a bunch of different things with the basketball girls and volleyball girls, and just taping ankles and things like that.
All right. So did you say that was 1 year as an athletic trainer, or?
Yeah, this year I just got really busy with like I work now and school, and so I'm still in Miss Mathis's classes, but right now I'm just like I had a lot of experience last year with it too.
Okay. What about your plans? Do you have plans? She said most of the kids in sports medicine 3 are really interested in the medical field. Is that
Yes.
your plan or intention in any way?
Yes, I want to be a nurse practitioner.
Ah, very good, very good. And do you have a specific area like neonatal or emergency room or anything like that you tend to work with? You plan to work with?
I don't know. Like, I really like working with kids, so I'm not sure.
Maybe a pediatric nurse.
Yeah.
That's good. We always need good pediatric nurses. But for usually they're the ones that give the kids the shots at the doctor's office. And so
Yeah.
a lot of times, like my 2-year-old is gonna figure out, I don't like that lady, so you gotta figure out how to be really sweet the other times. So, all right. So, what is your favorite project that you've done in sports medicine? 1, 2, or 3 so far?
Well, I definitely enjoyed the Rice Krispie treat feat that we did, and it was kind of just like I don't know, brought up right on the spot. We were just talking about a project to come up with to really help, like, learn the different ligaments and bones in the feet, and it was just really cool because you really have to know where they are because Miss Mathis had us mark it like with little flags, like what each ligament and each bone in the foot was.
All right. So, did you use fruit roll-ups or Laffy Taffy, or what as your ligaments?
Well, each group used different things. Our group used the Twizzlers, like the cherry Twizzlers, the pull and peel for ligaments. And then for feet, we used the bones, we used the Rice Krispie treats.
Yeah, I have some of the pictures she emailed me, and actually the Rice Krispies feet is the reason that I began the conversation with Miss Mathis there, because she thinks she tweeted out to y'all to make sure you bring your supplies. I said,
Yeah.
what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Rice Krispies feet. And
Did you
then
get to eat it afterwards?
Well, we had that option, but they're kind of not as good afterwards when everyone's been handling them.
Oh,
Yeah, that
So-
would be kind of gross. Everybody's been
Yeah.
taking them and molding them.
touching it.
But it was also really handy because Miss Mathis had a little, like, a foot model that we could look at to try and make them really close to what a real foot looks like.
All right.
So that was fun.
Chase said that it was his idea for the Rice Krispie treats feet.
Yeah.
He
He,
says it's always his idea.
yeah, he thinks it's his idea. I think a couple people will have a call on that.
All right. Yeah, I think that's something that we're going to try and do with our kids this year. So, do you have any tips for?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I think that the older group is probably going to try and do it. I don't know if we'll do it in here. Maybe we will. Maybe right before spring break or something. So, you got any tips for them?
I think the fruit roll-ups, was that it? Yeah, I think those were one of the best ligaments. I liked our idea with the Twizzlers, but they didn't stick as well. So, and then we also had a group that used Laffy Taffy, and it stretched all right. You just gotta kind of handle it a lot to get it ready.
So you got to
And
kind of warm it up some.
also, the fruit roll-ups did a good job of like looking like ligament, so it's cool.
All right. Very cool. Very cool. And do we have a couple more people after you?
Oh, and yeah, definitely bring like extra to snack on because
You're gonna get hungry.
All right. So, did y'all eat like half
yeah,
as much
Miss
as
Mathis
you?
said that's it.
Okay, so our bell is about to ring.
Okay.
So we're going to close off real quick, and then as soon as my next class comes in, it may take about 10 minutes, if that's okay.
All right. So I'm not sure if all of them can hear me there, but hey guys, thanks. It was really cool to talk to y'all, and good to see you. And hopefully we can kind of compare projects later, and we'll see how our Rice Krispies feet come out, and we can do a little critique
yeah.
or something like that. But at some point in the future, maybe we can connect again. So Miss Mathis is Sports Medicine 3 class. Thanks a bunch. And then
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we'll talk to you in a bit.
all right, bye.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.
All right, so if you're listening live, we are transitioning from Miss Mathis's class to my sports medicine class. So I'm going to go ahead and do the introduction that we didn't do at the beginning. All right. Of course, like I said earlier, I'm your host. You guys already know that, Jeremy Jackson. But sitting right next to me is...
Claudia.
Karen.
Leslie.
Lorena.
Suzette.
Priscilla.
And we got Crystal is working with the computer, and I think we're having problems with one of the webcams. Daisy's taking pictures, and Monica is on Twitter. So if there's grammatical errors or something like that, it's Monica's fault. Monica is running Twitter. But if they're all good, then it's Monica's fault too. So if Twitter is excellent, it's all Monica. If it's bad, it's all Monica. All right, and then I think I said Karen's doing the today's meet and the... Are you looking at today's meet?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so she's looking at today's meet, and are you looking at the social stream too? No, just the today's meet? Okay, so she's doing there, and I have the social stream up here, but I don't think anybody's really been commenting on there because you have to be logged in to do it. Just my beautiful bride. So real quick, Sarah, Jonah, hey, I'm sure you're listening on at home, so I love you, baby. All right, on from there. So it's been pretty cool. You guys like that so far?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe we'll try the Rice Krispies feet thing. You really have to know the anatomy well. We have to really get it, and
I'm
then we can
hungry.
give it a shot. But it'd be a good way to learn, right?
Yeah, we'll learn.
All right, so next week we won't have a podcast because we have the McDonald's Invitational, which is a giant basketball tournament that raises a lot of money for the grants and things that Pasadena ISD Education Foundation, and through them, I probably had $10,000 to $20,000 worth of equipment donated to me to use in the classroom to enrich the lives of these kids. And so the McDonald's Invitational will start next Thursday. We have testing on Wednesday, and so we won't be able to do one next week. But and then the week after that is the Thanksgiving break. So obviously, unless you guys want to come up over Thanksgiving break,
No.
No.
Wednesday 10:15.
I'm staying
All
home.
right, so I think we just voted. We're coming up Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, to do a special podcast, right? No. All right, so real quick, last night I worked a basketball game, so I got done about 8:30, and then and with daylight savings times, it's pretty dark at 8:30, right?
Yes.
So I'm riding my bike, and I have a flashing light on the front. I have like 10 flashing red lights on the back. And a dude still almost hit me. I'm like, dude, I'm wearing a bright yellow shirt. You guys see my shirt, right?
Yes.
It's like a construction worker's shirt, but a little bit like jacked up past that. I mean, I'm not playing around. I got lots of stuff so you can see me, and the dude still almost hit me. Like he just almost T-boned me. And I'm like, dude, what the heck? What the heck? I'm right here. And so last night when I got home, I looked on Amazon. I think I'm gonna buy some of those lights. I think they're called night eyes. They fit inside the spokes, and so when I'm riding, you'll be able to see like a red or a green light in my wheel.
Oh.
So if I ride real fast, it'd be like a continuous circle, like a hula hoop or something inside my wheel. So that'd be pretty sweet. So I'm pretty excited about those. We ordered them last night, so I can. Hey, I got a wife and 2 kids I got to protect, so can't be getting run over by people not paying attention. So, I'm wearing my helmet. I got my lights on.
And they still don't see you.
I know. So I got to do something different. So I got to put on some more lights or something.
Put Christmas lights all over your bike.
See, I would, but you have to have a battery or something for it.
Carry a battery.
Carry a
All right,
generator.
I'll tell you what. Once you get it all hooked up and set up for me, then I'll put it on my bike. All right, Leslie.
All right.
Fantastic. Sounds good. All right, so Leslie came up with the topic that we're going to talk about real quick. This is kind of something that my wife and I have started. In November, we're going to, at night, we say something we're thankful for that day. That way it's not some deep philosophical, I'm thankful for everything that I've ever had in my life. It's just, hey, today I woke up and I actually had breakfast. I'm thankful. Today I woke up and had a good hair day. Today I woke up and my dog wasn't licking me in the face. All right? So we'll start with Monica. Are you ready, Monica? Something you are thankful for today, yesterday, something like that. Just could be simple, could be deep.
Aw.
All right, we're gonna give it a shot with Monica. Talk and make sure your mic's on.
No.
Turn it on.
Is the switch on? No, switch is off up top. Up top. There you go.
Okay.
All right, what you got, Monica?
I'm thankful for my mom because she's been there for a long time. Well, yeah, but yeah, she's like my best friend. She's been there since ever.
Since you were born?
Yeah, that's what I would say. But like, she's been there like when other people weren't there, cause she tells me, she's like, I want to be your best friend, not just your mom, and we have that good connection. And like, I even know some of my friends that are jealous of my connection with mom, cause she's funny, but I don't think so. And yeah, she's just good.
All right, sounds good. All right, Priscilla?
I'm thankful for having my family because they support me a lot, even though it's bad or good.
All right. So again, it doesn't have to. We can be something, like I said, simple. Like my dog didn't look me in the face, or I had 2 Pop-Tarts instead of 1 this morning. Or it can be you're thankful for your family. So just, Susie.
I'm thankful for waking up this morning. Like.
All right. How's your knee feeling?
Better.
You gotta get a little closer.
Oh, better.
All right. So this is a benchmark year. We have 2 student trainers with dislocated kneecap. Suzette did hers while trick-or-treating. She was chasing kids and trying to steal their candy.
Yeah, exactly no, I wasn't. I was chasing Crystal.
So, anyways, we had 2 student trainers with dislocated kneecaps. So that's pretty cool. We get to hopefully work with them through the process of rehab, and they're going to learn probably more by doing their rehab than the students normally would by just watching somebody do rehab. So you'll learn what an athlete feels like when we're telling them do these exercises, stretch, ice, all this stuff. So that's if they do it. Because just like teachers are notoriously bad students, athletic trainers are normally bad practicers of their own preaching. Is that right? Sure. Good enough. So they typically, like, I don't ever stretch before I play. I don't ever stretch after I play. I don't usually ice if I'm kind of injured, and I don't necessarily eat all that healthy. So maybe you'll learn and you won't follow my example. Maybe, I don't know. All right, Lore.
I am thankful for having 30 extra minutes of sleep this morning.
Why is that? Why'd you have extra minutes to sleep?
Because my alarm didn't go off.
Did you make it to school on time?
Yes, I made it on time.
All right, very cool, very cool. That's excellent. 30 extra minutes of sleep this morning.
I would be thankful for that too.
Jonah is in the middle of, I don't know, transitioning schedules or something. And so he's been waking up once or twice each night, and he'll come in, so he can open up his door, and he comes in our room, opens our door, and he'll like crawl up in bed with us. So we have to get up and walk him back into his room. And so then he's a little, fussy because he's in the middle of the night. He's still half asleep. So this last week or so, there's been no extra 30 minutes of sleep. It's like last night we went to bed about 11, and he came in, I don't know, I think he came around sometime around 1:20 or something, and then took him back, and then he came in again at like 5:15. No, it was like 4:45, and I was gonna get up at like 5:15 so I could ride my bike in this morning, but I didn't ride my bike because I was like, I cannot make it there with like 4 hours of sleep. So I slept an extra 30 minutes, but it was because I lost an extra hour in the night. So I understand. I am a little bit envious of your extra 30 minutes. So, all right, Leslie.
I'm thankful for having food.
For having food?
Yeah.
All right, so remember you got to be up close to the mic.
I don't know, it sounds, I don't think it's working very well.
Your headphones might not be working. I can't hear you.
Okay, well, maybe that's what it is.
All right. All right, so we're going to have to do some work. The hard part is I can't really work on that because I can't talk over here and see if I can hear you and still change stuff out. So maybe tomorrow we can play with it, or we're doing some other stuff. All right, Karen?
Well, I'm just thankful I woke up this morning.
Yeah, there you go. Thankful you woke up this morning. Fantastic. Claudia?
I am thankful that I managed to understand my Algebra 2 test and managed to get all my homework in.
Excellent. I like that one. Daisy, why don't you jump in on one of the mics? And then Crystal, you can lean over here with Monica. Because Monica, just be careful you don't bust the cords.
I'm thankful for my little brother getting better. Because he was sick. Yeah, he had to go to the hospital. But he's feeling better now.
Oh, good. He's home?
Yeah.
All right. Excellent. Excellent. Very cool. And Crystal. Crystal is the one you haven't been able to see the last couple episodes because she is behind the computer, making the rest of us look good. And she has wonderfully soft hair.
What about mine?
Yeah, you know you got to move up close to the mic. Close.
Yeah, but I'm still thinking. Oh, I am thankful I got here early today.
All right, so Crystal,
We
do you
always
typically
get here early.
do you usually get here late? Do you usually get here late? Okay. All right. Well, there you go. So simple things. So, like I said, it doesn't have to be something monumental, like life-changing, but the small things are very important.
Like those 30 minutes.
Like those 30 minutes. Like I said, I had a glass of chocolate milk instead of regular milk. Actually, this morning for breakfast, I had my wife made some peanut butter granola, and I ate it as cereal. So it was like peanut butter granola, and then I put the like mini chocolate chips in there.
Oh my gosh.
So that was I had granola, peanut butter, chocolate chips, and milk. That was my cereal, my breakfast this morning. It was good. And my little Jonah Bear liked to eat it too. So he had some with me at 5:45 this morning. Yes, that was fun. All right, so we can see Miss Mathis is still prepping her class. She's still got the Skype call live. I'm not sure if they're listening in at all, but the group that's going to be coming, looks like she's getting ready. The group that's going to be speaking now is sports medicine, either 1 or 2 kids. So they haven't had as much experience, but we're still going to talk to them some, and hopefully hear mostly from Ms. Mathis about some of the cool stuff that they're doing and the way that they run their program there.
Can they see us?
They'll be able to look at the Ustream, and they'll be watching us on Ustream. And I don't have it figured out so that I can show the Skype camera on the Ustream yet. So maybe one day we'll get that all working.
Which camera is the one they can see us from?
They can, yeah, that one and that one. So you are prime time, Leslie.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so.
What about me?
So yeah, Lodi. Yeah, that one gets you too, some Lodi. So.
What?
So that one gets some too.
I gotta look good. Hold on.
I'm good. Only my back shows, so I'm good.
All right, so if you're just now happening to listen in, I know. What did I say?
No, erase that.
All right, I got distracted.
That's embarrassing.
All right, so Miss Mathis, if you are ready.
They said hello.
Are you on? Miss Mathis?
Hello.
Miss Mathis, are you on? Not yet?
They can't. Oh, there's people still in the hallway.
All right, so I think she's going to be out in the hallway again while our kids are in the classroom. That could be scary.
We're taking a tour of the school.
All right, so she's going to have a few kids out there. All right, I can see them on Skype. And I'm sure they're going to hear us in a second.
Here we go. Okay.
You ready?
I'll start. Hello? Are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Whoa.
Hello.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I turned you up. I didn't know if you
Hello?
were talking, so I think
That's okay. That's okay. Okay, so I have a room full of Sports Medicine 1 kids now. So this is their first intro. This is the first semester in any kind of sports medicine class whatsoever. And I have a handful of them out here with me right now that are going to talk. And then I'll check and see if there's anybody out there. Kind of bashful. It's like they're nervous. Well, except for a few of you. Okay, so which one would like to go first? Nichelle, because she's not bashful. Okay. There you go. Hang on to this.
Okay, let me see. There we go. All right, so who are we talking with?
My name is Nichelle.
Nichelle or Michelle?
Nichelle. Nichelle, like Nancy, with it's in like Nancy.
Gotcha. All right, so Nancy, welcome. Are you a freshman? If you're a first.
No, my name's Nichelle.
Okay. All right, Nichelle.
No, I was saying it's in like Nancy,
Yeah.
like. Okay.
I got you. We're good. It's just
Gotcha.
Okay,
good.
It happens. All right,
Okay.
so not Nancy, but Nichelle. Are you
Nichelle.
a freshman since you are a first-year sports medicine student, or what?
Actually, I'm a senior.
A senior. All right. So
Yeah.
what made you decide to take sports medicine 1?
Well, it was one of the classes I needed to take to be a completer at our high school, and
So
be
I
a
decided to take
completer?
it. But I'm interested in the medical field, so.
You said to be a completer?
Completer, yeah. We have a thing where when you graduate, if you've taken a certain amount of the classes for the SLC or whatever you're in, then you graduate with as a completer and you get a cord for it.
I gotcha. I gotcha. So I think here we have something like a recommended, like is it you take a certain number of credits, or is that like if you have to a certain number of like classes that you have to check off? You don't know.
It's certain types of classes. Like we have scrubs, and so then that's like medical stuff. So they have medical classes that you take to be considered a completer. You just have to take all of them before you graduate.
Wow, sounds like y'all have quite a few medical-oriented courses because we were talking with.
Oh yeah, we do. We have a lot.
Yeah, we were talking with somebody earlier. They were taking medical terminology and all this
We
other
have
stuff.
like 4,500 students in our class.
Whoa.
And
So
you-
3,500.
At the school
in
or
the
in
high
your
school.
class?
Not the class, like
Okay.
itself.
Okay.
Confused.
It's like,
All right, I was like, dang.
Yeah, I was like
you have
45.
600.
So, all right. So you plan to do what after high school?
I'm going to college at UCA for. I want to be a or I want to be an ultrasound technician, and then progress to becoming a radiologist after that.
So radiologist, ultrasound technician, radiologist. Very cool. UCA would be University of Central Arkansas, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. Very cool. All right. So what's the favorite thing you've done so far in sports medicine?
Yeah. The only thing we do in here is do notes, and I'm just kidding. Kidding. Well, I mean, we take notes and we take tests, and we've done 3 projects, and I kind of enjoyed the training room where we made our own training room, except when I had to make it because it malfunctioned on me. But that was probably one of the funner things we did.
All right. Explain
We
that
made-
to me.
yeah.
Did y'all like create one in a shoebox or something?
In a way, yeah, we had to put the different areas in the training room, and then like we had a budget. Like we all had our own budget, but we didn't have the same one. Like the one we had, or my group had, we only had like a $5,000 something budget, and we had 1,000 athletes. Like whereas other people had like maybe like a $50,000 budget with like how many? With like 2,000 athletes. So it was just kind of more of a strategy thinking project because it wasn't easy to get everything you need in your budget, and you couldn't be like under it more than like $10. We couldn't be under it by $10 or over it by $10, or we get points. Or we couldn't be over it at all. We got like our points taken off. So.
That's very interesting. Have y'all done any sort of projects where you like take inventory of the training room and you see what kind of supplies are in there, or have y'all done
Mm-mm.
anything like that?
No, we haven't done that yet.
That's something that we did last year. Is we had each of the teams doing an inventory of the training room, and then they had to come up with the prices and I gave them, all right, this is our budget, and so what kind of supplies are we going to order? And so it's kind of like what you're talking about there is they get to see all the supplies in the training room and how much it cost, and why it's not a good idea just to waste tape and all this other stuff. So
Yeah, I mean, but like what we would do is, I guess we could do something similar, but it was a little bit easier. That's really like, it's more of a drafting because we were given the budget and she told us what we needed to have, and then we got what we needed, and if we had any extra money, then we could buy other things like what you wanted to have. But we had to have like an ice maker, and it was just equipment stuff is really all it was.
sounds good. I think sounds like a pretty good learning experience.
It's a stressful learning experience, but
All right, so
it wasn't bad.
So Nichelle, are y'all CPR certified as sports medicine 1 or 2 students?
That's in sports medicine too.
That's in sports medicine too. Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha. So then I would assume all the sports medicine 3 students are?
Yes.
As far as you know, huh? Since you're not there yet.
As far as I know. I won't be there. I mean,
So, okay. Well, do you have any questions for Nichelle?
Nope.
Whose name is not Nancy. All right, so Nichelle, thanks for joining us. You had somebody else sitting there next to you,
Yes, I do.
and are they willing
Thank
to
you.
talk?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes. Who are we speaking with?
Okay, my name is Melanie. I'm a junior in Sports Medicine 1.
All right, Melanie, Junior Sports Medicine 1. Athletic training experience at all?
No, not at all.
Not at all? All right, so what made you want to take sports medicine then?
I've been wanting to be a physical therapist since I was in like 6th grade. It's just always interested me, and my cousin is in a lot of sports in her school, and she had a problem with her spine. She had to go into physical therapy, and some of the stories that she told and how her physical therapist helped her grow and advance, it really just connected with me, and I knew that that's really what I wanted to do.
All right, so you don't have any personal experience with physical therapy except for your cousin having a really good experience.
That's right.
With it. Okay. Have you spent any time in a physical therapy clinic yourself, like just seeing what they do, visiting, saying, hi, I'm so-and-so, I'm interested in this?
I haven't at all, but I really want to. I've been trying to find some around my area, but I haven't really found any yet that I can really connect with. So.
All right, that's a really good idea, and that way you can kind of see for yourself what they do. But definitely, what you learn there in sports medicine will help you. And from what I understand, you'll have an excellent teaching program that will prepare you for college. So.
Oh yeah, I'm excited.
Do you have plans for college? Or you've been looking into places?
I want to go to Henderson. It's down in Arkadelphia, Arkansas. They have a really good medical program that I'm excited to go to.
All right. Do you plan on doing the doctorate of physical therapy or the master's of physical therapy?
Yeah, doctrine.
Doctorate, yeah.
Doctrine, and then my senior year of high school, though, I'm going to take night classes at Blue Cliff College and get a massage therapy degree. And so while I'm in college, I'll be able to have a job, hopefully, with my massage therapy.
That's a good plan. Sounds like you got a pretty good plan laid out, and you're not just like, let me see what happens. So,
yeah, my parents helped me a lot.
You can make a pretty good living doing the massage therapy, and pay your way through college instead of ending up with student loans. So. Very cool. Sounds good. Yeah. Do you have any plans to jump into athletic training or get any experience in the athletic training room?
Not yet. I haven't really, but one of my dreams is to open my own clinic because I think that'd be really cool. I want to call it Mel Mobility.
All right, well, you can't give away your secret name. I mean, this is being broadcast live to a total of 5 viewers right now. So, no, there's 8. There's 8. Pardon me.
Oh, that's
so
the
hey,
most.
I mean, that's just all those people just heard your name. So somebody's take it. All right. So in your sports medicine 1 class, what's the favorite thing you've done so far?
I thoroughly enjoyed. We got to create just recently a program, not a program, but like our own. What would we be? A training conditioning thing, and my group got core. And so we had to figure out 5 upper body exercises that would work the core, and then 5 lower body exercises that would work the core. And it was really interesting because in my group we had a guy who was in football, and then a girl who's in basketball, and then I'm on my school's color guard. And so being able to interpret all 3 sports core exercises into our conditioning was really interesting, and it was fun to do.
Sounds good. What was your favorite exercise to strengthen your core?
I really just enjoy crunches, but I also like doing planks. And we had this exercise where we did planks, and then you had to lift your leg up and then put it out into a V, and then lift it back up again and then put it down. Then you have to do that on both sides. It's hard.
Explain that one more time. You said you're in a plank, you lift your leg out to a V?
Okay, so you're in a plank, and then you'd lift your leg up, and then you'd move it out and set it down into a V, and then you'd hold it, and then you'd move it back up, and then set it back down to your original plank position, and then you do the same on the other leg.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So it's like you lift your leg up backwards to the side, down, back up. Okay, I got you.
Yep, that's it.
Very interesting. I'm sure that takes quite a bit of core stability, and then maybe in a minute we'll get you to demonstrate it in the hallway so everybody can see. All right. All right. So any last thoughts? Anybody got questions?
Well, okay. So this is a class for you?
Yeah. Right now we have sports medicine 1, and our program this is the 3rd year that we've had sports medicine. Well, 4th year, but the first year we didn't have any we didn't have any students in here, and so this is the 3rd year that we've had sports medicine 1. And when I was teaching biology, I was trying to do a podcast thing where I wanted to just kind of show what we were doing in class, but then I went and listened to some and saw some people talk about it and things like that, and so then we developed it into a talk show type thing. And so we've talked to a lot of different people within the medical community about sports medicine things, and so that these kids that are kind of like you that are interested in sports medicine or maybe a medical related field can meet professionals. And they're not necessarily interested in athletic training. I think half of them are in our training program and half of them are not really interested. They just want to take the course. And so that's kind of my best way to bring in guest speakers and to present them with real life opportunities. So
yeah,
that
that's
answer your
really
question?
cool. I think it's a really neat idea.
So in what 6, 7, 8 years, whenever you're out there on your own physical therapy, you can hopefully I'm still here and you can look us up and you can say, hey, I talked to you 8 years ago. Now I'm running my own show. So,
I will definitely keep that in mind.
all right. Sounds
Okay.
good. Well, thanks a bunch.
No problem. We're going to hand you to someone else, okay?
Sounds good.
All right, hello.
Yes, sir. Who we got here?
My name is Austin.
All right, Austin. Tell us your deal. Are you freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, what?
Oh, I'm a junior in Sports Med 1. Tried to get into it last year, but it was overcrowded, so I had to wait 1 year.
All right, so then what are your plans with sports medicine?
Well, basically, I'm planning, like, after high school, I'm planning to go to the pre-med and go to med school. And what really got my interest in sports medicine and everything is I have a friend of mine who his freshman year, he tore his ACL. And then the next year, like this year, he tore his tibia in his leg. And it piqued my interest, and I started looking at all the things with it. And it just became something I wanted to become more involved in.
Very cool. So real quick, I don't know if you're on Twitter. There's a site. It's Injury Picks. If you look at that, it shows a lot of cool injuries. And so if it's something you're interested in, if you're not grossed out by that stuff, but you said you're planning on going to medical school, so hopefully not.
Yeah.
And
that wouldn't be a good choice if I was grossed out by that stuff.
Yeah. No, not at all. So you could check them out, and it kind of gets you to see some of the injuries and stuff that people do. But other than that, what is your favorite thing you've done so far in sports medicine?
Well, the last person you talked to, Melanie, I was in her group during when she was talking about the core stretching. But what I really liked doing was when we did the training room project, and we built, well, you already know, we built our own training room and everything. And it was fun because the group I had, we had fun with it, and we worked hard with everything, and it was very enjoyable.
All right, so can you do the planks with the V?
I know. Like whenever she first did that with our group, I just kind of stepped out the way and decided not to be a part of that one.
All right, so we're going to be looking for a YouTube video demonstration with Austin demonstrating and Melanie narrating. And so you can go ahead and send that to us, and then we'll put it on our YouTube channel, all that stuff. So sound good? But I give you about 2 weeks to get that done.
I'm gonna do it.
All right, so it should be pretty easy to produce and all that stuff. So, all right, so what kind of medicine do you want to do?
Well, I have a question. Well, I'm planning on becoming an orthopedic surgeon and starting my own practice.
All right, very good. Orthopedic surgeon. Do you have a preference? I guess you'll see all that when you get to medical school, but some of them are like sports medicine doctors, or they they prefer to do hip replacements or something like that. Anything particularly interests you right now?
Right now, I really don't have many specifics within it, but I'm planning on staying near sports for the majority of the rest of my life. So, I mean, the sports medical field would be good.
All right, sounds good. All right, so we have anybody else there ready to talk, or is it Miss Mathis next?
There's. All right, Miss Mathis will talk to you.
All right, Austin, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Next group.
All right then. So you got a wide variety of kiddos there.
Yep.
Have some that are really serious and some that are, they just do it because they like it. It's fun, which is fine, and it's good exposure. My threes tend to be really serious, and most of them are going to go into medicine of some sort. My ones, this is their first introduction to sports medicine, and they're just kind of flying by the seat of their pants for some of them. But they're doing great. I've got to say, this year has been the first year that I've had as many kids as I've had, and they've actually done really, really well. I mean, as big as the classes are, because there are 30 kids in just about all of the classes, they've really done well. Probably better than some of my my years. So kind of excited about it. It's a growing program for us. I think this is our third year with it, or our fourth year with it this year. So I'm excited to see where it goes.
Wait, this is your fourth year with the sports medicine program?
I think this is our fourth year, yes. Because I wrote it, let me think. 09, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, because I wrote the program in 09. And then, this would be the start of our fourth year with it.
All right.
So I have my second year of Sports Med 3 kids.
So then maybe we'll talk about it later. What can I do? I have 10 kids in here. Last year I had 8. So I'm growing, but I didn't go from, this is our third. So how am I going to go in my fourth year to 160 kids? What am I going to have to do?
Well, it didn't happen overnight, for starters. Our first year, I think I taught 3 classes, and they might have had 30 kids in each one, but we have a huge high school. We're one of the largest ones in Arkansas, so that's part of it. It was a new class. The one thing that we have a problem with here is finding enough electives for everyone, and, as soon as sports medicine opened up, it was one of those, oh, I got to take it was just a fun class. Everybody wanted in, and then they got in it and realized, holy crap, she's serious. Yeah, I'm kind of serious. It is a tough class, but we try to have a pretty good time in it. The Sports Med 1 class is really basic, and if you remember, if you ever studied Arnheim Principles of Athletic Training, those first, say, 6 chapters or so, you do the business admin and legal and ethical, concepts, and we do nutrition, and we'll do conditioning and training, and we'll do an environmental chapter and a taping and bandaging chapter, and that's about Sports Med 1. So it's very basic, because I want to get kids in this program who are serious to go on to 2 and 3, because ideally I want to feed them into our sports medicine programs at the university levels. We have 5 universities that are accredited in the state of Arkansas, and I find that because Arkansas had no programs in their schools at all, most of the kids that took the spots in Arkansas universities were from out of state because they had the experience. So this was a way to give those kids in Arkansas a chance to have some experience. So that's kind of where the concept for this program came, was to give our kids a leg up, because there was nothing like it. In doing this, as we started to kind of pull the classes together, I started to work with we actually got a new head athletic trainer a couple of years ago who was really interested in working with kids, and we've been working together to start feeding him kids that are interested not only in the academic but also want to get hands-on experience so that they can build hours. I know a lot of the universities require observation hours, so it gives them a chance to build those observation hours before they get to college. So it's been a process, but it's really, it's blown up fast. This is the first year I've been full-time sports medicine, and I actually have an extra class on the load. I normally teach 5, and this year I teach 6.
All right, so are you in the athletic training room at all? Or are you just sports medicine teacher?
I'm not. I'm a sports medicine teacher right now. The way this started, I taught at Jinx, Oklahoma as a Spanish teacher, and I was an assistant athletic trainer there, so I would go to school and open the training room at 7. I'd start class at 8. I'd get out of class at 1, and then I'd be in the training room till 10 or 11. That's insane. So I finished a master's program in counseling, and I had a baby, and my husband went to Iraq, and all of a sudden I got this job offer all in about a 6-month time period. So this job offer was here in Bentonville, Arkansas, and it was just to teach. And I hate to say that, just to teach, but it was $20,000 more to come and just teach. So I thought, oh, well, that's what I'm going to do. Poor guy, and my husband was in Iraq at the time, and so I had to talk to him and find out how he felt about that. And of course, for that much money, sure, I think we're good. So we went ahead and made the move while he was gone, and I missed it so much that I had to find a way to stay in athletic training. I offered my services. If you ever need any help, let me know. I'd be happy to, if something comes up, let me sit and help you with a tournament, just whatever. Well, I figured out that they didn't have a program, and I went and talked to the athletic trainer here at the time, and he said he wanted one but didn't have time to put it together. Well, that was like giving me the go button. So I wrote a curriculum. And a couple of years later, I got involved with AATA, our state organization, and got involved with them and kind of got the ball rolling. And now the state uses, it's a career and technical education program at the state level. And so we have, I think, coming up this next year, 5 schools that will adopt this program. But originally it was my way to stay in it. And it's gotten so big that now I really need an assistant for next year to be able to hold all of those classes. Honestly, I would love to get back in the field. Would absolutely love it. But life being what it is and kind of that gets in the way, my husband's back in Afghanistan, and we're going to have a baby in March. So it's not really in the cards for us right now, but, maybe eventually that's something that we can do. So that's how we got the program started.
So you have one at home and one on the way?
I do. He's 7. And so it was kind of a surprise. It was a good surprise, but it was one that we didn't exactly plan for, but, hey, whatever. So, we're hoping he'll be back in June or July, but the baby's due in March. So, we'll just see what happens.
Yeah. Well, that's very cool. Congratulations. And
Thank you.
All right. So after school, you're just like a normal teacher. So you go home?
I am. I get to school at 6:45, 7 o'clock in the morning, and I leave school to pick up the little one at 2:30. And sadly, right now I'm in bed by 7 or 7:30 because I'm exhausted. But right now it works. When Jason comes home, that's something that I would like to look at. And because this program has grown, and what I really want to see is that practical hands-on portion. We've got 12 kids now. I would really like to see that grow. And honestly, they need another set of hands to make that happen. So, I project in the future, I would really like to look at an opportunity to become a supervisory position. Maybe I'm teaching part-time and supervising in the field part-time, which would just be amazing. That would be the topping to the cake as far as I'm concerned. But that it's one of those deals that you just kind of have to wait and see what happens. And right now we have 3 full-time athletic trainers, myself and 2 others. And with a school this big, I think we have 1,800 athletes. 2 is not enough. It's just, that's an insane number of kids for 2 people to cover. So, we're just kind of biding our time and waiting for an opportunity. And you just never know what the future holds. So we try to keep our minds open and our dreams moving forward. That way, maybe in the future we can come up with that 3rd or 4th position in the the athletic training room.
Sounds like you got a lot of good stuff going on. But I gotta let my kids go now for lunch. And so if y'all will, tell her bye real quick.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Welcome. Bye. It was good to talk to you.
Yeah, just leave that on the one that it's on right now. Yeah, it's recording? Yeah, I'll stop it all later. All right, so Miss Mathis's class, or anybody else listening live, I am doing a pretty poor job of monitoring the social channels myself, since I got if I do that, then I can't pay attention and answer questions or talk. And so if you're on the social stream, I can see that. I have that up here. If you're on today's meet, I'm probably not going to see it, but I might. So just know that I apologize if your comments don't necessarily get through right now. So I'm not
sure. I think it's a mixed bag. Some of them have cell phones, and a couple. I know I have one manning a computer on Ustream. So
yeah, I can see the Ustream thing. And somebody just asked, do most of my students in my class end up working in sports medicine? Last year I had 8 kids in sports medicine 1, and 4 of them were student trainers. This year I have 10 kids in sports medicine 1, and 5 of them are student trainers. So
Okay.
So far, it's ended up about half and half.
Oh yeah, that's good growth though for a program. I think that's really good. You know, ours didn't start out for as big as we were. We actually started out pretty small. So, you know, I look for this to grow. And there are going to be kids that love this, and there are going to be kids that just don't, and that's okay. You know, if I can get kids that are juniors or seniors that really enjoy this and they want to get that hands-on experience in their last 2 years of the program, that's great. You know, if we could build a program on the field, you know, that's maybe 30 kids, that would be awesome. Because I can imagine a school this size that would really be helpful. 12 is okay, and it's a good start. I think we had 15 at Jinx. So, you know, I think that's something that I really want to push. The academics are pretty solid, and they're moving, and now I really want to work on that. Because, I mean, I look at this size of school, and I think, gosh, why don't we have more kids involved? So,
all right. So
that's probably
how long do you have with your
probably
kids?
what I'll focus on in the future.
I'm sorry. The Skype kind of cut out.
Our academics are.
All right, are you? So I think I just lost her. I got a little message on Skype that said internet connection problem. So I believe I'm still broadcasting live. Whoever's. Hold on. Yeah. So Skype just dropped the call, and so I'll end up. Hello. Hello.
Oh, we crashed.
Yeah, maybe it was
Okay.
just too long. I don't
No,
know.
could be. Were you asking me how much time we have in a minute, or like in a classroom?
Yeah, how many seconds are in a minute? That's what I was wondering.
How many seconds? Let me think. Actually, we have these kids for, oh gosh, it's an hour and 15. It's 90 minutes. Yeah. It sometimes it feels like an eternity, I'm sure. So, but yeah, we have, I mean, it's a long period, which really lends itself to a lab because you can really get quite a bit done. That's nice.
Okay. So we'll just kind of keep going for a few more minutes, and then maybe since we didn't even really get to the student section, the students are going to ask you a whole bunch of questions. Maybe we can do that a little bit later.
Yeah.
But
oh yeah, that'd be fine.
The kids are pretty much a spokesperson for your class, anyways. Talking about
Yeah.
your Rice Krispies feeds, your design a training room, or
Oh,
some
yeah.
of the different stuff. The curriculum stuff that you have that you kind of designed and created and have been working with. How have you been keeping track of that? Do you have that on a website? Do you have that just on your
Well, the curriculum is located on the Career and Technical Education Department's website. It's under Sports Medicine. I think it's called Foundations of Sports Medicine. But I also have copies of those frameworks. I can send those to you through the email if you want them. I've got all 3 classes on the computer. Right now, I'm actually working on an end-of-course exam for the state, which is killing me. Not going to lie, it's killing me.
I'm sure. I know we have a 4-month-old, and so I've just recently been through the pregnancy thing, within the last year with my wife, and we have a 2-year-old at home, so he's running her ragged while she's pregnant, so now we got a 2-year-old and a 4-month-old, so I can just imagine how exhausted you are. So, nope, it dropped her again, so we may have to call it a day there since it's the second time. All right, so if you're listening live, again, it dropped her again. Should be calling in a second here. Where is it? Looks like she's... How do I answer? Uh-oh.
I think we're struggling.
Yeah, that's all right. We can go ahead and end it here.
Okay, awesome.
So...
Well, I think it went well.
Yes, it was a lot of fun, and I'll get with you, and we'll schedule something second semester, and that way maybe my kids can do most of the talk, or my kids can do some of the talking, and you can do the rest.
Absolutely,
So.
that'd be great. We'll have our kids come up with some questions for them and see what we could do. It'd be kind of neat if we could come up with a co-project of some sort. So we'll have to do some brainstorming on that.
Yeah, well, I mean, at least we know we can communicate now through Skype and all
Awesome.
this other stuff, and so.
Sure, sounds good.
And then
well, thank you. I
before
appreciate it.
Before we hang up, I would like to tell your husband thank you for serving and protecting our nation.
Oh, thank you very much. I'll pass that on for sure.
All right. Well, very cool, Miss Mathis. It is definitely a pleasure, and I look forward to hearing and seeing more of your work in the future.
Well, thank you. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, so I'm going to continue streaming live just until I finish the closing out, because we always have to close out each of the podcasts. If you want to contact us, our website is www.pasadenaisd.org/phs/athletic training. You can watch live almost every Wednesday on ustream.tv and then join in the conversation. You can follow us on Twitter, PHS SportsMed, Google Plus at PHS Athletic Training, Facebook.com/PHS Athletic Training. If you want to happen to phone call in, it's 713-740-0310. So for all the people that were on today's meet and Ustream Social, thank you. I know it says Bob IRL, and then Miss Mathis, whoever she had working on the computer. I know that we had a Deer Park native, Chase, and then there was, I can't even remember all the names of the kids that we talked with today, but it sounds like Miss Mathis is doing an excellent job there, and we look forward to talking to her again. So for Jeremy, the sports medicine one course, I'm sorry, for Jeremy, all of my sports medicine one course, Miss Mathis, all of her sports medicine kids, that's a wrap.